Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z coming at you with a game from Return to the Jungle number 6, a tournament that I host every second weekend at Clan Gym. We got Gamebhai over here, also known as GB in short, spawning as the green undead at the right hand side of this map, Echo Isle. On the left hand side we got Jocke spawning as the purple orc. It's going to be orc versus undead, that is OVU. Let's see how this game turns out to be, as we got GB opening up with Alter first. Nothing too very different going on, and Jocke going in for a rather different here. I'm not sure if this is a standard orc build, but let's see how this turns out to be. Both of these guys are a member of my community, the capital Z. We got DK coming in for Gamebhai, and it's going to be Farseer for Jocke. Let's see how this game turns out to be. Scout Acolyte heading it towards Jocke's base. Wow, nobody in the chat told me that the purple background was up. Anyways, it's down now, so you can see. Man, Woody, I thought you were watching the game. Anyways, nothing missed over here though. We just have the initial builds and stuff setting up. We're gonna be Farseer versus Death Knight, and this is the point of the game where you actually want to start the cast technically. Before this, in usual game, is kind of redundant. It's just the same thing. Jocke forcing away that Acolyte. Acolyte getting to almost 50% HP. Farseer is going to try and follow it. Of course, you don't want to waste too much time on this pesky, annoying Scout Acolyte. If you waste too much time on that, then you're losing the early time that you usually use for creeping. You can set your Spirit Wolf behind it though. Spirit Wolves have a faster movement speed. They should be able to catch up with this Acolyte and kill it, while the Farseer goes for creeping on the other side and can resummon the wolves wherever he goes to. But it doesn't seem like that Jocke wants to go for any kind of creeping. Jocke wants to go in and attack GB's base. Let's see how this turns out to be, as GB has his heroes out, going in for some creeping. This, I did return, could see nothing and restarted stream. Oh. Well, Woody, it's just a failure on my end. Nothing too bad. It was just it was just like the first minute of the game. We didn't really lose anything there. By the next league, or rather next tournament, I want to have a tournament banner and stuff, and some nice overlay for this particular tournament. Jocke is creeping out the green camp for GB, and I don't think GB had any knowledge of that just yet. GB only just sending the skeleton warriors there. Picked up scent. Lucky's player says grid. I'm sorry man, I don't have bots enabled, but if you go to challenge, nah, it's not there, Lucky. It's not there, Lucker. You just go to challenge and RTTJ6. It's like challenge.com/RTTJ6. Jocke doing pretty good actually. Pressurizing GB. Forcing him to turtle in his base. Going after the fiends there. Don't want to lose your grunt though. The grunt is weak. This looks bad. Losing a grunt early on is very bad. Jocke losing the grunt. Does have a second one. He's gonna stay in, it appears. He wants to kill a couple of more. One more skeleton warrior kill will give him level 2. That's Chain Lightning and Spirit Wolves. And he has a full mana tank, so he can use that as well. Second fiend being attacked. Of course, GB also has a lot of mana left in that Death Knight. Oh, another grunt getting taken out. Jocke is giving away grunts to GB for free at this point. This is very bad. This is why you need to have some healing salves. Sometimes putting down that shop early on is very much necessary. But Jocke will manage to kill the one of those fiends, getting that Farseer to level 2. GB will also reach level 2 with the Death Knight after killing a Spirit Wolf. There's one more thing about Spirit Wolves, that you want to keep them safe. When they're weaker, just send them away or resummon them. This way you'll deny experience bits to your opponent, which in Jocke's case he isn't doing right now. Got a grunt ready. This one fiend is weak, but here comes the Death Coil to save the day. Jocke will now back out to his base and try to recover. Tier 2 coming in, Tier 2 ready for GB actually. Jocke's Tier 2 is 75% approx. I'm not sure if this burrow is late. Going for some attack upgrades for the Grunts and Raiders. Strategy may be going in for Grunts, Raiders, perhaps a Spellcaster. What do we have here? Some defenses coming in by Jocke. He's putting some watchtowers. Actually putting down a lot of watchtowers. While GB will open up his expansion. Burrow upgrade coming in. Slaughterhouse and the Lich. So GB went for the Lich early. I've seen a pattern with Undeads. They like to go Tier 3 immediately as soon as they hit Tier 2. And they'd like to put down the Slaughterhouse before they go for the Lich. Of course, your second hero is a big investment. 425 gold and 100 wood. You do need to save up for that. And the buildings and the upgrade itself costs a bit less. The wood is more though. Wody says if Jocke makes worms he can cancel that towers. I think you mean GB. If GB makes worms he can cancel the tower. GB is the Undead, Jocke is the Orc. If you're referring to these, booster messes this up sometimes. Left is on the right, right is on the left, but you can see the race of the players right over it. Jocke going to work on some green camps on his side, while GB is going to clear out the marketplace. Level 3 Death Knight incoming. Level 2 Death Coils are going to be deadly. Obsidian statues coming. So far, GB has just lost one fiend to Jocke. He killed about 3 grunts and is playing a pretty decent game, I must say. Jocke, on the other hand, needs to do something. He needs to make something happen if he wants to win. Putting down towers is not really going to help you win. It's just going to help you turtle. Shadowhunter coming in as the second hero for Jocke. And seems to be deciding whether he wants to creep this camp out or not. Going for the Murloc camp is also an option if you find this a bit hard to deal with. Of course, you just need a green camp to get to level 3 with the Farseer, which is the standard thing that you want. There we go, level 3. Maybe leave behind the Shadowhunter to gain experience alone now. And go for this immediately after that. That will give you at least a level 2 Shadowhunter. Now keeping the Farseer here and creeping together will not give you a level 2 Shadowhunter. Pendant of Energy. Not the best but not the worst either. Extra HP is always appreciated, but you want that on some of your tanks. We got Kodo Beasts coming in. Of course, Kodo Beasts are really good. You can take a fiend out of commission just by devouring it. You may have an engagement. No. GB will creep out this camp here. The Murloc camp for Jocke. What was the item? Circlet. May choose to later on pass all the circlets to the Lich. That's where the Undeads usually keep their damage dealers. And third hero coming in for GB, and as I said earlier, GB playing a pretty decent game. No time lost anywhere. Tier 3 is ready. Sacrificial Pit, Boneyard coming down. GB going for Frostworms. And Jocke doesn't really have any kind of anti-air to deal with that. I believe this Sentry Ward belongs to GB. I don't really know when he plays that though. No, the Sentry Ward belongs to Jocke. He has a Witch Hunter. Witch Doctor. One Grunt, one Fiend down in this fight. But this time Jocke will lose more units. A deadly Frost Nova there. Third hero out for GB. And the Fiend is still burrowed there. And I think Jocke knows about it. He can put down a Sentry Ward right now. Jocke can put down a Sentry Ward right here. Kill this Fiend. Deny one unit to GB at least during this exchange. Ensnare coming in. Death Knight ensnared. Of course, won't stay there for too long. You have two Kodo Beasts, you can eat up them. Jocke must eat up that Fiend right away. There we go. Yummy, yummy Fiend for that Kodo Beast. Chain Lightning. GB trying to kill that Kodo Beast that swallowed one of his Fiends. But this looks bad. GB may lose the Crypt Lord here. Had that last Death Coil to save it. He will recover and get one more Death Coil ready in a bit. Ensnares should cool down on the Raider real soon. There goes a nice Ensnare. Death Coil by the Death Knight once again, but this time the Death Knight will not have any more coils for the next one. This looks bad for GB, but he will... No! Hex! I heard a Frostworm, and I heard it right. Jocke sees it, and Jocke knows that his days are numbered with that thing flying. Jocke has Ensnare though, he can pull it down. Not anymore, he lost the Raider. That Farseer has to be pretty lucky that he managed to escape through the Undead base from that area. GB was concentrating on the Shadowhunter here. Hex going down. And I must say, Jocke hexed the right thing, but still, he would lose the Shadowhunter. Should have hexed it earlier. And GB has complete vision of this because of the Crypt Fiends inside the belly. A master upgrade coming in for the doctors, Witch Doctors and Raiders. And what do you have here? A second Spirit Lodge. What does Jocke want to go for? Lucker says intense game. If you're here, Lucker, then is your game versus the winner of this game already done? Or... some game should have been done by now, actually. He hasn't responded. Wonderful. Second Frostworm ready for GB. It's gonna drag on for some time if players don't respond like that. Looking at this army though, I must say that GB may score the victory over here.
Our forces are under attack.
Can't count out Jocke just yet, but he needs some anti-air to deal with whatever GB has. Needs much more firepower. Shade being killed, of course. Sentry ward.
Is complete.
GB now getting some abominations, okay. Having a tanky abomination to hit along with your tanky, beefy Crypt Lord can work out really well for you. We got some camps left at the southern location, and I believe everything on the north and center has been cleared out. Bakr says, I don't think the orc player can deal with the air units. I would agree.
The damned return.
No headhunters, no bats, and of course no crits. You got a Torn Chieftain as the third hero, tri-hero combo. Lightning Orb can be passed on to the Chieftain. That will enable all three heroes to be able to hit air. GB wants to take up an expansion, it appears. A third Frostworm coming in for GB. He is going in for the kill. Jocke not doing anything, just staying there. He got a Torn though. I think that's a bad idea. Going for Torrens when you know that your opponent has Frostworms is a bad idea. You rather want to invest on something like Headhunters. Raiders and Mass Headhunters can actually work out as a good combo, and I think Jocke should have also got Mastery upgrade. He's got Bloodlust as well. Frost Nova coming in, Impale coming in, Bloodlust. Both heroes ensnared. Heal ward. Crippler taken out actually. Hex on the Frostworm, but the Torn Chieftain will also die. It's surprisingly still standing. GB isn't focusing the Torn Chieftain. One Frostworm pulled to the ground, being focused at. GB forced to TP back to the base. I must say, despite of all our assumptions, Jocke actually managed to force a TP. Gonna need some time over here to get those Frostworms back to full strength. I got a question for the chat though. Bodhi says he needs abominations. So yeah, I have a question for the chat. Do aerial units also gain benefit of the blight? I think they should, but I don't really know whether they do get the benefit or not. Expansion coming in for GB. Jocke has Sentry Ward there, but doesn't seem like he wants to set up any expansion just yet. It's 64 food of an army of Jocke against 70 food of an army for GB, and they're pretty much just standing at their bases. Well, technically Jocke's standing at his base. He isn't doing anything. He should be creeping, should be lurking around the map, doing stuff, killing stuff, harassing stuff, getting this Torrent Chieftain and Shadowhunter to level 3 perhaps. He loves Torrents, it appears. He made a Torrent. Woody says, I know undead units need blight excepting heroes, so I think air units too. Probably. I'm gonna have to test that out.
Our gold mine is nearly empty.
We're at that point of the game where the gold mine is about to expire, the 20th minute mark. A stalemate.
Summoning is complete.
Hashtag mom called. Lovely stuff. So Jocke has an army of 68 against GB's army of 80. When looking at the army composition and the army size, I don't really think Jocke should be winning this, but we're gonna have a fight sooner or later. Jocke slowly heading towards GB's base, keeping his spellcasters dangerously away from his main army, and now he's trying to go back to his base. What's he want to do exactly? While GB creeps out the last remaining camps, level 5 on that Death Knight. Gonna have some level 3 Death Coil action that can heal a lot and that can also damage a lot. This is something that Jocke is going to be missing a lot since he has spent most of his time camping at his base than creeping. What do we have here? Is that a 4th Frostworm? Are you serious? So it's gonna be 4 Frostworms versus whatever Jocke has. This is not going to go down well. Preparing to attack. Gold mine is expired, and I think GB is just waiting for Jocke to exit his base because he knows that he wants to get that gold mine. Here he comes. GB was lying in wait. Fourth player has formation on. I think so. Yes, I agree, Lucker. Jocke's army is all stacked up against each other. He needs to put it away. They're gonna be taking a lot of AoE damage there. A lot of sentry wards. One Frostworm taken out actually. Just look at those beefy units. Lich is ensnared and taking heavy damage, but of course level 3 Death Coil to the rescue. Got a lot of stuff at the back. GB targeting down the raiders, no more ensnares. Not Kodobe's Torn Chieftain taken out. Jocke's army once again stacked up against each other. They're gonna die faster this way. GB has a lot of air. Destroyer was too late, perhaps. Something tells me that the size on these units are not correct when they bloodlust. They all of a sudden look kind of weird. I mean, this is far bigger than what I remember, or when they go back to the smaller size, they go back to a rather more smaller size than usual. Jocke losing everything, and this is pretty much game. He has no gold income. His army is crippled. Some sentry static traps here. They aren't gonna do any good though. We're about to enter into the last minute of the game. That's why I am not fast forwarding. There we go. A snipe on the Shadow Hunter, and it is game. Well, that was game then. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Now we gotta get to the semifinals and finals. Let's go to Discord.